onto your backside. Have your strap nearby. Not quite sure if we're gonna use it lying down, but never a bad thing. And then have a block, I'll bring them to you, a block nearby. Perfect. And before you get too still, go ahead, bring your knees to your chest. Allow your back body to roll across the floor. You can soften the eyes, maybe even close them. Each moment, allowing yourself to become a little bit more present in this space, the space of your body, the space of your breath. Let's start by just doing 3 cleansing breaths. So taking a nice lengthy inhale from top to bottom, and then exhaling everything out. Got 2 more times. Nice lengthy inhale, and then exhaling. One more time. Nice long or lengthy inhale. This time, allow your exhale to be audible. And then start to find your equal wavelength breath, so samadhi. Start by just allowing your breath to find its natural flow. Your inhales and exhales. And then in the next breath or so, start to find that nice rhythm. So the equal length time of your inhale matching that same length and time of the exhale. So maybe mentally count the first 3 or so breaths. You're counting at a 4 count, 5, 6 count, longer, shorter. Your legs are still in towards your chest. Go ahead, let your feet, your legs come to the floor. Letting the spine find a neutral position. And now in the next few breaths, feel free to invite a gentle pause at the top of your inhale, so some retention, and a gentle pause at the bottom of your exhale. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine you're drawing energy in from the crown into the space of your heart, your chest cavity. So the whole of your chest, not just your front chest, but think side body, back body. And then exhaling from the heart space out to all parts. So as if the heart itself is like a ball of light. And every time you exhale, that light radiates in all directions. Also known as Dhyana Vayu, outward moving energy. Take another breath or so here in stillness. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Lengthen out to the legs. You can point or flex the feet. On the exhale, let's bring the right knee in towards the chest. We're just going to do some hip flossing on the right side. You can use the guidance of your hands, one hand, or if you would like to feel more of that connection of the stability of your core, no hands, so more somatic movement. But just moving the head of your thigh bone in a circular motion in the hip socket in one direction. So if you're using no hands, having as little movement in the pelvis spine as you move the thigh bone in the circular motion around in the hip socket. Next time knee comes into chest, move in the opposite direction. Time knee comes in, go ahead, wrap your 10-fingered interlace grip, top of the shin, behind thigh. Just bring your right thigh bone in and down, knee to the armpit, feeling that nice compression in the lower abdomen. Inhaling in from the crown to the space of the heart. Feel the heart space kind of rise up to meet it. And then as you exhale, feeling the energy disperse in all directions. Slide your hands behind the right thigh. You're more than welcome to use your strap as an extension. Having the head of your thigh bone down in the hip socket, so the hips are parallel to each other, really stable on the floor. On an inhale, lengthen your right leg up to the sky, flex the foot. And then on an exhale, rebend the knee, let your right foot ankle soften. We'll just do a few of these. See if you can stay with that visualization or sensation of energy moving in from the crown to the heart. And then as you exhale, the energy moving, continuing that movement out and beyond to all parts, your contour, your outlines of your being. Next time the right leg comes up to the sky, stay here, rotate your ankle in one direction. And then opposite direction. And then on an exhale, go ahead, rebend the right knee. Let your right heel come to the hip. Keep your right knee in towards your chest, arms by your sides. Bend the left knee, plant your left foot flat to the floor, and then use that to lift your hips up and over to the right just a little bit. Let your left leg go long. And then use your left hand to guide your right leg over to your left into your twist. You can always bring the earth closer to you by sliding a block or the blanket underneath your right thigh, knee. Your right leg can stay straight, or excuse me, your right knee can always stay bent, or feel free to extend the right leg long out to the left side. And staying here for another couple breaths, or bend your left leg, reach behind you with your right hand, clasping the top of your foot and hugging heel in towards your buttocks. Nice height. And again, inhaling crown into the space of the heart. And as you exhale, feeling the energy disperse further out to all parts, to those edges. As we do that, notice what softens to as it creates more space. You have your left foot, slowly release. On an inhale, come back through center, midline. And level out your hips with the spine. And then right leg down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Point, flex the feet. Exhale, left knee in. We'll start with that hip flossing motion, left side. So again, using your hands, one hand or no hands. You in each direction. And switching in the opposing direction if you haven't already. Next time knee comes in, interlace finger grip, maybe opposite fingers, thumbs on top. Looking thigh bone in and down. Slide your interlaced finger grip behind the left thigh. Feeling your hip, your pelvis fairly stable on the floor beneath, equal in space. On your next inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky, flex the foot. And then as you exhale, re-bending the knee. Inhale, extending, flexing the foot. Re-bending the knee. A few more times. Next time, left leg extends up to the sky. Pause here. Rotate your ankle in one direction. And then opposite. On an exhale, re-bend the left knee. Keeping the knee in towards chest, arms by your sides. Plant your right foot to the floor. With your right foot down, lift your hips up and over to the left. Again, just an inch or so. Right hand guides your left leg over to the right side into your twist. Again, using your props however you might need them. Left arm out to your left, head and neck wherever feels best in your rotation. And then from here, feel free to bend the right knee, reach behind you with your left hand, clasping the top of the foot as you hug heel in towards your buttocks. And an exhale, slowly release the right foot if you have it. Come back through center, level out the hips with the spine. Again, inhale, lengthen both legs long, arms overhead. And then as you exhale, let's bring both knees into the chest. Think of rounding the spine even, maybe forehead to the knees. Good. And then lower head, feet to the floor. We're going to do just a little core work. I'm going to invite you to bring a block in between your hands' palms. You do not have to use the block if you do not want to, okay? Especially if you're just not feeling like holding a block. Before we get into the core work though, so the feet are going to be hip width distance. You're keeping them firmly to the floor. We're just going to do a few pelvic tilts and then we're going to find a neutral spine. So same motion as your cat cow, but now you're supinated on your backside. So as you inhale, feel your tailbone, sacrum press to the floor. The lower back comes away from the floor. And then as you exhale, think of tucking your tailbone forward and up towards the sky. Feeling your lower back really press it down into the floor. And then just do a few of these on your own. Let's do one more here. On your next inhale, I want you to come into a neutral spine. So something of the in between of the extension and flexion. We're not pressing the lower back completely into the floor. So it's more of an elongation through your lower spine, tailbone, forward towards the heels. At the same time, crown of the head's reaching in the direction behind you to the wall in the opposite direction. Your feet are isometrically pressing to the floor, and the heels are dragging towards your sit bones, tailbone, as well as the tailbone is reaching forward in space. So hopefully that by doing those isometric actions, you already feel the lower abdomen ignite. Whether you're using your block or not, you're going to bring your arms overhead, palms facing in. Let's start by exhaling everything out. So we're doing an arm overhead reach or a lat pull over with a knee drive. We're coming into extension, but then everything coming back into the midline with our exhales, feeling that nice control, even as we come out and beyond. So start by exhaling everything out. So arms over your chest to start. Excuse me if I didn't say that earlier. On an inhale, you're going to bring your arms, the block, overhead. Without losing your neutral spine. On the exhales, your arms come up, right knee comes to chest. Inhale, you'll lower right foot, arms over the crown of the head, neutral spine. Exhale, left knee in. Good. Inhale, lengthening without losing that sense of containment. So almost feels like an active stretch to the abdominal wall. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Start to move at your own pace. Take it nice and slow. Maybe you're pausing at the top of your inhale, really riding the length of your exhale. That helps with contraction. Do two more on each side. Find that balance. Once you've found the balance, place your block to the side. Hands can rest around the abdomen, the heart, the ribs. Take a few breaths in stillness. Feel the expansion of your chest as you breathe into the heart. On your exhale, feel the energy distribute out. All right, from here, we're going to come into supported bridge. Feeling your feet to the floor. Keep your spine fairly neutral so we don't take it into the lower back in any way. One block. On your next inhale, press down through your feet, lift your hips up, slide your block underneath your sacrum. Letting your sacrum come to the support of your block. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Feel free to lengthen one leg long on the floor. Maybe you do both legs long on the floor, but if at any point you feel any pinching in the lower spine, let's stay with one leg and I'll let you know when to switch. I like to activate through my legs. It's more of an active stretch. Again, that way I'm not dumping into my lower back. Once you found your position with your legs, nice everybody, go ahead, bring your arms up and over towards the crown of your head. You're just getting very big here. Arms can be wide too, as wide as your mat or shoulder width, or even wider than that, like a star. Inhaling Vyana Vayu, inhaling into the heart space. As you exhale, feel, sense, imagine that energy distributing out like rays of light. So that you're getting bigger, more expressive from the inside out. Another breath here. Go ahead, bring your arms by your sides. Slowly slide right one foot in at a time. Back into your supported bridge. Pause here. And then with your feet flat to the floor, lift your hips up. Just enough to slide your block out from underneath, lowering one vertebra down at a time. Once you're all the way on the floor, again, knees to your chest, rocking side to side or moving the back body into the earth. Maybe you find a variation of happy baby. Okay, we're going to make our way to tabletop. So option one, keeping the knees to the chest, rocking up and down the spine, taking a few rocks, building momentum to make your way forward onto the hands and knees, or rolling to one side, fetal, to press up, hands and knees. Bring your strap up to you, so it's there at the ready if you need it. Blanket too if you might need it for your knees. Okay, from neutral tabletop, cat-cow. On an inhale, you're extending to the spine, finding your cow shape. On the exhale, you're pressing into the floor, flexion of the spine, cat. Now, as you come into your inhale and you come into your cow, think of pressing or dragging the heels of your palms back to the knees, knees to the heels of your palms. Get that active stretch to the front body. And then exhale, press the floor away. Tailbone touch chins to chest as you come into your cat. Again, cow, lengthening heart, crown away from the tailbone. Exhale, cat. Isometric actions of your hands and your knees as you come into your cow shape. Active stretch that front body. Okay, next inhale, come through neutral tabletop. On your exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog, and you'll move it out here. Always feel free to breathe it out, meaning exhaling out the mouth, fluttering of the lips. And let's walk the hands back towards the feet today. Come into a forward fold. Feet can be hip width or even wider. Always a soft bend in the knees if you need that. You can interlace your 10 fingers or your 4 fingers, wrapping your thumbs around the nape of the neck. The 4 fingers cradling the base of your skull. Letting weight grab that posterior chain of your spine, back body. Even here, can you inhale, breathe prana into the space of your heart, that cavity of your chest, and then as you exhale, feeling the energy kind of move in all directions, allowing you to deepen into the shape, but at the same time, almost getting bigger in that shape, even in a forward fold. Go ahead, release your hands to the floor and an exhale. On an inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway forward fold. Hands to the floor, shins or even thighs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. More times like that. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. One more time. Inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. From here, your feet in slightly closer side by side. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up. And then feel free to stack your right hip, bend knee, open the hip. And as you open your right hip, think of flexing your right foot, drive your right heel back towards your butt. Same time, press your left heel to the floor behind the ball of your left foot. On an inhale, re-lengthen the right leg, square the hip. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Good. Today, we're actually going to let the left knee come to the floor. So we're in a low lunge. My hands to the floor blocks. On an inhale, you're going to bring your hips more forward. Same thing as you do in cow. I want you to feel those isometric action of your hands, pressing your palms down, dragging the heels of your palms back to bring your heart more forward. And then on your exhale, shift your hips back towards your left heel, right foot flexes, half split. Inhale, come forward into your low lunge. And then exhaling it back, half split. Couple more here. Mm-hmm. All right, next inhale, come forward. You're going to bring both hands, blocks, to the inside of your right foot. Feel free to heel toe right foot out to the right. So we're in our lizard shape. Wherever your big second toe point, knee should fall in that direction. Great. I'm going to bring my hands to the floor just because I can in this one. We're going to start to floss to that left hip again, getting into the inner and outer seam of the left leg thigh. So inhale, you're going to roll to the outer seam of your left leg. Feel free to roll to the outer edge of your right foot. And then inhale, you're coming through center, and then exhale, think of rolling to the inside of your left leg. Just be mindful of the knee. Inhale through center, exhale, rolling to the outer seams. Inhale through center to the inner seams. Letting the head and neck follow that motion. Nice, everybody. See if you can come back to that Vyana Vayu, especially if things get a little louder, a little more intense. Letting the energy prana to support you, guide you. Okay, one more motion around here. On an inhale, come through center. You're going to tuck left toes, lift left knee off the floor. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog, or sweep your right leg back through up. Again, stack hip, bend knee, drive your right heel to your butt, press your left heel to the floor. And then right foot to the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to shift forward to plank. You can always bring knees to the floor. Exhale, lower. We're going to come up through Sphinx pose. The forearms to the floor, shoulder width. Feel free to grab your opposite elbows to find that. Palms down, forearms down. We're finding those same isometric actions. Press the palms flat to the floor. Think of dragging them back to the elbows, elbows to the hips. At the same time, I want you to press the front of your pubic bone down. Think of lifting your abdomen away from the floor as you pull your heart forward and through. Nice, everybody. And then from here, if this feels okay on your lower back, go ahead, press your palms down, lift your elbows up. Maybe slight look up, opening through the throat just a tad more. And then exhale down, crocodile pose. Forehead to the back of your hands. You can just let your body be neutral or bend the knees, windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Okay, let your legs go long. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes. Inhale here, exhale, draw the navel in and up, and then press up through plank into your downward facing dog. You can always press through tabletop. Move it out, pedal it out, breathe it out. Okay, walk the feet slightly in, closer side by side. Inhale, reach your left leg back and up. Stay here, stack hip, bend knee, open the hip. Drive your flexed left foot heel to the back side, your bum. And then press your right heel to the floor. Straighten out through the left leg, square off your hips. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge, right knee to the floor. Hands to the floor or your blocks. Coming back to your breath. On an inhale, let your hips come forward. Drag the heels of your palms back. Open to the chest, the heart. Exhale, hips back to the right heel. Flex your left foot, half splits. Remember, your hands, your blocks can always walk with you. That's way at them. Inhale, come forward. Find those isometric actions. You can help open up the chest, the heart space today. And then exhaling it back. A few more here. Okay, next time we come forward, we're going to stay in the low lunge, moving your hands blocks to the inside of the left foot, heel toe left foot out to the left. Make sure knee is running in line with that big and second toe. Inhaling here on your exhale, start to rotate to the outer seams, rolling to the outer right thigh, outer edge of your left foot. Swayanam, inhale back through center, and then rolling to the inner seams. Just be mindful of the knee. Letting your head, neck, eye gaze kind of follow that motion of your body, your spine. Like you're a slow moving snake. Dhyana Vayu, inhaling from crown to the space of the heart, filling up that light energy. Exhale, pouring that energy out, letting it distribute, bringing space, nutrients, healing, light to all parts. You are expanding from the inside out. Okay, on an inhale, make your way back through center. You're going to tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the floor. On your exhale, you're either stepping back, downward dog, or sweeping left leg back through up. Stack left heel or stack left hip on top of right. Drive your left heel to your butt. Drive your right heel to the floor. Left heel to butt, right heel to floor. Inhale, lengthen left leg, square off the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale to lower. Coming back into our Sphinx pose. The forearms to the floor. Check in with your alignment if you need to. Palms flat. Tops of your feet flat. Pressing your pubic bone down, lifting abdomen, or imagining you're lifting lower abdomen away from the floor. Same time, isometrically press your palms down, drag the heels of your palms back as you pull your heart through. Again, if this feels okay in your spine, press your palms down, lift your elbows up. Maybe even chin forward and up. Exhale, lower, crocodile pose. Forehead to the back of your hands. Feel free to bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs. Coming back to breath. Okay, let your legs go long. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes, take an inhale here, exhale, draw navel in and up. Press up either through a plank, a variation of plank, or tabletop into your downward facing dog. Okay, walk your feet a little bit closer side by side. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Exhale, softly step it through. Then you're going to bring your left knee to the floor, and let's come up into our low crescent. Go ahead, bring your right hand to the right thigh. Left arm can stay reaching up. You can always bring your left hand to your hip. But I want you to bring your pelvis back by pushing your right foot away from the floor so that your left hip's on top of the left knee. From here, lengthen tailbone down so you're finding more of a neutral pelvis. Your back body lengthens as the front body kind of shortens. Keeping that as you bend the right knee, sit a little bit deeper. And then from here, with your right forearm on your right thigh, reach your left arm up and over to the right. So getting this nice side bend in your torso. Be mindful of your right knee. Make sure it's not coming with you. It stays tracking forward in space. You can look forward. You can look down. You can even look up. Nice. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot, or to the floor, I should say. This is where your strap's going to come in handy. Remember, you can always place a blanket underneath your left knee, but we're going to go for that same cattail variation where you are going to bend the left knee, reach behind you. If you can loop your strap around your foot, great. And you're going to use that to pull your foot in, think heel to butt. If you don't need the strap, think of grabbing the outer edge of your foot as you hug heel in. I will come around and help. Good. This can be very intense posture. Can you walk your hand down the strap, Danielle? Yeah. Good, Heidi. Walk your right foot forward. Yeah, perfect. You can always bring your hand, a block to your hand too, if you need to bring the floor closer to you. Good. Think of letting your hips come more forward so that you're rolling more to the top of your left knee. Notice how that might intensify. Let the stretch travel a little further up. Careful, Adam. Bring back to your Viana Vayus. Okay, slowly you're going to release your foot. You have your strap with your hand, just place it to the side. Or don't worry about it. Tuck your left toes. Let's step the right leg back. Downward facing dog. Move it out, shake it out. Do that same thing on the opposite side. So when you're ready, you're going to reach your left leg back and up. On the exhale, step it through. Find your lunge. Low lunge first. So right hand to hip, right arm up to the sky, left arm your forearm for today. Shift your body weight back. Feel your right hip stack on top of the right knee. Lengthen through your tailbone. Think of lifting from the pubic bone up. These are opposing directions. And then once you have that, bend the left knee, let your hips, that full neutral spine come with you. And then left forearm to the left thigh, reach your right arm up and over to the left. Nice side bend on that right side. Flexion, lateral flexion. Watch your left knee, make sure it's still tracking forward in space. Let your head, your eye gaze go where it wants to go naturally here. Viana Vayu, inhaling crown to the space of the heart. Feeling that whole canister of your chest expand, and then as you exhale, feeling that expansion distribute out to all parts, especially those contours, these seams of your body. You're getting bigger. Inhale, reach your right arm to come up. Right hand to the floor. When you're ready, bend the right knee. Maybe you're using your strap. Hooking the loop of your strap behind or over your right foot. Reach behind you with your left hand to grab your strap or the foot. That's way out of nice. Yeah. Once you have your foot though, see if you can roll more to the thigh, to that top knee thigh. Notice how that lets the stretch travel a little further up. Breathe into it, breathe with it. Big sensations, let the energy distribute out into all parts, stabilizing or supporting you with those big sensations here. And more breaths. And exhale, slowly release the foot. Don't worry about the straps. Clench your palms, tuck right toes, lift right knees, step left foot back. Downward facing dog. From here, move it out. From here, inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale to lower. One more time, Sphinx pose. Tops of your feet down, pubic bone down. Lift your abdomen away from the floor. Press your palms isometrically down. Drag the heels of your palms back as you bring your heart forward. Chin forward. And then maybe press your palms down, elbows up. Maybe chin slightly up. Exhale to lower, crocodile pose, forward to the backs of your hands. Legs straight, or windshield wiper your legs. You have one more shape and then we'll bring it down. All that work to build up to the shape. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Press your hips back to your heels. Come into child's pose just for a moment. And then slide your hands underneath the shoulders to press up. Bring your blocks, your blanket nearby. You might need them, you might not. We're going to work up to what is called reclined hero's pose, but we'll work with half reclined hero's pose. So we'll start with the right leg bent, left leg will be forward. So you're already in this kneeling position. You might need to sit on a block underneath you. I'll show you that though. But the shape looks like this. You will shift your body weight to one side, bring your left leg in front of you. You're going to let your butt come to the floor. Your right heels to the outer right hip buttocks, left leg in front. Once you're here, right hand to the sole of your right foot, left hand to the outer hip, and you're going to walk it down, top of the head to the floor, eventually back of the head to the floor. You want to keep your right knee fairly on the floor. If it's lifting off the floor, a great way to support that. So your knee is not just hanging out in space, it's sliding a blanket underneath the knee. As long as you're not feeling excruciating pulling in the knee joint, it's okay. So if you feel like this is a lot, staying here is great, just in this position, and like you're doing, Heidi, leaning back, hitting this stretch. You can always try bringing a block behind you, so you're bringing the earth closer to you. I like to go widthwise. Either way is fine though. So that you're bringing the back of your heart to the block or blocks and the head to the floor, and maybe you're here. Or there. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Good, Danielle. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. It can definitely be a foot stretch. And then we'll stay here for about 5 more breaths. Does that relieve any pressure off the foot? Okay, good. Yes. Okay, to come out of it, you're gonna bring your right hand to your foot, left hand to the floor. Use your elbows, forearms to gently press up. Just shift your body weight to your left side to bring your right leg out in front of you. Maybe shake it out a little bit. All right, same thing on the opposite side. So have your props nearby. You're going to shift your body weight to the outer right hip. Got it. Bring your left leg back. Think heel as close as you can to your outer left hip. If your knee tracking forward in space to the best of your ability. I like to activate through my right leg so it gives me some support in my pelvis. Having your props nearby at the ready when you're ready. You'll start to lean back, taking it one step at a time. One side tends to be different, so you might notice that as you move into it. Top of the head, eventually back of the head. If you're all the way down, bring your arms over the head, reaching for your opposite forearm, elbow. Breathing into your Vyana Vayu. Outward moving of energy, of light. Take another 2 breaths. Slowly come out of it. Left hand to your left foot, right hand to the outer hip. Using your elbows, forearms to come up. Lean your body weight to the right, left leg in front. Shake it out. Work. From here, both legs long, both feet flex, tension fingertips, outer edges of your legs. Inhale, lengthen from that space of the heart. Exhale, think of hinging at your hip line as you come into a forward fold. Nice counter stretch. And you still tap into that Vyana Vayu, even in this forward fold, outward moving energy. And notice if that motion of energy kind of distributing out brings you closer into the shape, or in this way with breathing, bigger into the shape, aka deeper into the shape. Next inhale, slowly make your way up through center. Let's come onto our back side. Have your props nearby to support you when we come into our final rest. Once you're all the way down, let's bring right knee to the chest. Using your left hand to guide your right leg up and over to your left, coming into your twist. Just an easy, nice twist here. Right arm out to the right, palm up. Head and neck rotating where it wants to go. Good. On an inhale, come up through center. Right leg long, left knee in. And then guiding your left leg over to the right into your twist. And on an inhale, come back through center. Both legs long, reach the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, feel free to let it be audible. Bringing your knees into your chest one more time. Opening the knees wide, finding a variation of happy baby, whether you're finding stillness in the shape or movement, motion. Start to allow the breath to find ease, finding that calming calming energy by allowing the exhales to bring you further into the earth, feeling any and all tensions slowly release as you breathe down and out with each exhale now. Apanavayu, helping the process, helping ourselves to settle, to find ease, stillness, softness. As you calm the nervous system by breath and these shapes, start to feel, or maybe see it in your mind's eye, what shape would support you in your final rest. It could be Shavasana, corpse pose. It could be a supinated but supported Baddha Konasana. Maybe that's a supported um, inverted position where you're placing the blocks lengthwise underneath the lengths of your calves, getting your feet above your heart. Make sure the legs are at least hip width, maybe even wider. Place the blanket on top of the hips, front of the pelvis. I'm going to work with breath technique, Viloma breath, but we're going to work on the exhales. So it's more of a laguna, downward, calming energy, more than uplifting. So we'll break the exhales up into 3 parts. Between those parts, we'll find a pause. And the inhale will be one long inhalation, slow inhalation. So begin by exhaling everything out. On your inhale, breathe in from crown down into the pelvis. As you exhale, breathe from bottom to top, count of 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly, top to bottom. Exhale, bottom to top. 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly, top to bottom. Exhale, bottom to top. 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Inhale slowly. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, pause. Allow your next inhale to find ease, no effort, followed by your effortless exhale. Without moving, see the space that you're in, shape of your body on the floor, feel the air upon your skin. When you're ready to come out of stillness, invite gentle movement to the fingers and the toes, the wrists, the ankles, the head, the neck. Your next inhale, you can reach the arms overhead, lengthen the legs. Just be mindful of your props, the shape that you're in. You exhale again, let it be audible. And bringing your knees to your chest. Rolling off to one side in a fetal position. From a fetal position, pressing up into a seat, and we'll meet here to close. We'll close with our one Om. So bringing both hands over the heart, maybe find your Anjali Mudra. Begin by exhaling everything out. A nice lengthy inhale. On the exhale, bow in. You for sharing your energy, your time, always your company. A true honor. Have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. Namaste.